Well, now investigators are tracking the web of fraud to other Minnesota Democrats, such as Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Many of the suspects linked to the scheme live in her district, including a restaurant owner who hosted events for her. He has since been convicted of stealing $12 million in COVID funds.
I want to get your thoughts on this. This is a viral video of an Afghan and Iraq combat veteran who literally feels betrayed about what's happening. You know, it's one of the most powerful videos I've ever seen, I can honestly say. And I just want to get your thoughts on this. Hold on a second. I want to try to get this a little bit better cued here. Anyway, I'm going to play it for you in just a second and then get your thoughts on this, Stephen. This is one of the most powerful videos I've ever seen. Have you seen this video yet, Stephen?
I have not.
Okay, check it out.
I just got done listening to Ilhan Omar talk about how horrible and terrible and dirty and everything else that this country is. Denigrating this country, denigrating half of the people in it. This country has been very kind, benevolent, and gracious to her and countless others. We gave her asylum. We gave her a place to live. We gave her an education. We gave her a pathway to become a sitting United States congressman. But to me, it goes deeper than that. See, I'm an Iraq and Afghanistan veteran. I was 22 years old when those planes flew into those buildings, and me and thousands of other young men across this country answered the call to go over there and combat this evil that was on our shores, that had finally hit us. And what we were told over and over again is that we go over there and we fight them over there, we will not have to fight them here. And now here we are. We're retired. We're out. We're ready to start pursuing a life of our own. And what does this country do to that enemy that we went over there and we fought to keep over there because that's what we were told? We kissed our families goodbye. I watched my wife cry while I got on that bus to go to the airport or go to the airfield. I watched my son cry because he didn't know if or when he was going to see me again. And then I come home. I've been retired for 8 years. And I come home and what are we seeing? We're seeing entire communities being taken over by the very people that we fought to keep off of our shores. Dearborn Mission is completely freaking taken over. Now we have mosques in Minnesota, Texas, Missouri, all over the country, promoting Sharia law. Do we really have to tell people that Sharia law is incompatible with the United States Constitution? We were told that if we fought them over there, we would not have to fight them here. But what do we have? What did you do? You elected it mayor of New York. You gave it Senate seats in Minnesota. Now I want you to turn around. I want you to find an Iraq and Afghanistan veteran somewhere around you, and I want you to look them in the eye and tell them why they should not feel betrayed. Do it. I dare you.
Wow. Stephen, thoughts?
I mean, he's spot on. I didn't go overseas, and it pisses me off. I can't imagine the anger. Some of these people, they lost brothers in combat. The guy that had their 6 didn't make it home, right? And then to see somebody come into our country and say that America is a piece of crap, that it doesn't do enough to have like over 80% of a population on welfare, literally milking and abusing the American taxpayer. Then we find out that instead of children in Minnesota being fed, that they were shipping hundreds of millions of dollars to terrorists in Somalia. We found out that instead of conquering the autism program or problem that most Democrats don't want to get answers on, they were literally faking autistic children to steal $400 million from American taxpayers. And what did they do with that money? They shipped it over to terrorists in Somalia. So yeah, it makes me very angry. But what they've done is they have imported people from American kindness. They've imported them to this area. And then what happens? Those people that live off of our money keep voting money out of the treasury. Why would they vote for anybody that's going to make them work? Why would they vote for anyone that's pro-America? They literally are Somalia first. And they're stealing our money. I don't work 80 hours a week to pay money to the government to have it stolen and sent to terrorists. So on a financial level, I can understand why this guy's mad. But these military men and women that went over so that we didn't have to fight that here, they lost family members, they lost memories with their children. That dude didn't get to read his child to sleep because he was taking bullet fire overseas. And then, I get it. I get why.
I love your energy. This is the most passionate I've ever seen you, Stephen. I love it.
Yeah, apparently you hit a nerve because it's really bothered me. And you know what? This is something that bothers me, and maybe it's not politically correct, but when I see a military person say, you know, I fought for people's right to burn American flags, I don't know why. That just gets under my skin because if I was in the military, I would say I fought for Americans. I didn't fight for someone's right to burn my flag, the flag that I pledged my life to, that I sacrificed my family for. So yeah, these little things, they really bother me. The fact that Ilhan Omar is still in power is really weird to me. Pramila Jayapal, I mean, the whole squad, they're just like, I don't know if you remember this, but Pramila Jayapal, Presley, AOC, all of them, they were all trying to get free rent for their voters during the pandemic. Oh, just throw it onto the landlords. They've got plenty of money. Meanwhile, those guys are like, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. The government's literally forcing this burden on me. I still got a mortgage payment. I still got insurance payment. So yeah, no, I get it. I get why this veteran's mad. As the left doubles down on abortion, it's time for us to double down on life. Let's go life. Through our partnership with Preborn, we get to save babies and support mothers in need. Every day, Preborn clinics rescue hundreds of babies because when a mother sees her baby on an ultrasound or hears that tiny heartbeat, her chance of choosing life doubles. And now, thanks to a generous match, your gift is doubled too. That means twice as many ultrasounds, twice as many lives saved, and twice as many mothers given hope, diapers, car seat, counseling, and care for up to 2 years. Maybe you've heard of Preborn before and not taken action. Now's your time. I fully endorse Preborn because I know them personally. Their work is the most important work to heal our country. One ultrasound is just $28, but you could give 10 times as much. It's up to you. Go to preborn.com/Gardner to give. That's preborn.com/Gardner.
Yeah. And maybe he could have been even madder, I mean, he was actually probably reserved, wasn't he? Stephen, I love everything that you just said. I think there's many different ways you can protest the government without burning the American flag. Too many people have died, sacrificed. This is the greatest country on planet Earth. If they claim to, you hear people like Ilhan and others, even this mayor and the city council member, if you guys are so proud of your culture and you're so proud of your customs, your traditions, what the hell are you doing here? Why are you here? If not to take advantage and leech, which is being exposed under the thumb of Tampon Tim. I mean, literally, it's the biggest tax fraud in American history in the billions. Stephen, what's happening? I know you've talked about this. What's happening in Somalia? We could talk about this for 7 hours. So what's going to happen is, Stephen, we have to have you come back on. So we got to get you back on the show because this has been an absolute blast. I was only planning on doing 30 minutes. We've been here for an hour. So this has been a fantastic time, my friend. I'm so happy that you were able to do this. Honored to have you here on our show. I want to let everybody know in the comments and in the watching this and listening to this that if you don't subscribe, if you don't follow Stephen Gardner, I'm going to leave a link. Follow him on X. Follow him everywhere you can, but you got to subscribe to his YouTube channel. It is one of the best out there, the most honest, truthful, straightforward. He always backs up everything he says with receipts. I'm going to leave a link in the pinned comment as well as in the description. Stephen, is there anything you want to say before we go off the air?
No, I want to just tell people, continue to have hope. Continue to believe in America. America is not a perfect country, but it is great. I have lived in third world countries. I have traveled outside of America. America is a blessed nation, but it only remains blessed if we continue to fight for it. As Ronald Reagan said, we're only ever one generation away from losing these incredible American freedoms. So just keep fighting, keep believing, keep voting, keep sharing this stuff. Professor Nez and I, we come on here every day and we try to bring the truth. So I appreciate the opportunity to come on.